that a bowl of pears? Don't buy a bowl of pears. Hello friends, and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, hello, my name is Stephanie Hope. I am an author, a mother, and a lover of all things cozy. Today we're going to talk about fall. Obviously, there's like one more week before September. Granted, yes, fall doesn't technically start until the end of fall, but if you live in New England, honestly, right now, there's already leaves starting to change. So it's just one of those things where like as soon as September hits, everyone is in fall mode. Some people even earlier. But because of that, I have been getting a ton of fall must-haves on my TikTok. So I wanted to, first of all, I collected a whole bunch of them, and I wanted to do like a blind react with you where I can just hopefully de-influence you a little bit on buying things that I don't think that we need. Again, I want to preface this like I did in my last video by saying that I am not somebody who's like 100% anti-consumer, but I am a consumer who is kind of dealing with what I want to call like shopping fatigue or consumer fatigue even, or something. Like I am just getting so sick and tired of these overpriced items, of seeing how much is getting produced and then thrown away, and seeing how many people are buying things that are just like not good quality, or they're buying things because it's trending and then getting rid of it because another trend has appeared. And it's just so frustrating. I'm trying myself to live a little bit more mindfully when it comes to my shopping and when it comes to kind of decluttering the home and seeing what means something to me, and only having things that, one, bring me joy, but also is purposeful and can last a long time and is not bought on a whim because it's trending or something like that. So I have a lot of opinions on this as a mom. So I'm going to be doing a lot of like toddler must-have videos as well eventually. But I also have a lot of opinions on this as somebody who is obsessed with fall and Halloween. And I am not a stranger to buying Halloween decor and buying fall decor. It's something that I love doing as well. So I'm going into this with an open mind, not completely anti-consumer, but also realistic. Like, if you don't need this, you don't need this. If there's better ways to be using your money, then I think that's what you should be doing. Okay, so let's get into it because I've got a few videos here. Let's watch the first video. This one's actually a restocking video. It's not necessarily like, I don't think it, well, it's probably still trying to sell these products to you, but it's specifically a bath restock and fall themed, so I wanted to see it. That's interesting. Well, first things first, you don't need to have all of those in your shower. That just seems like a lot of clutter. Maybe it's just me, but it takes me a long time to get through body wash. I don't need to have all 3 bottles in the bathroom with me. If they're just trying to show you all of the fall scents and all the fall things that they have bought. But I just think it's a little excessive. And the sugar scrubs, the like fall theme stuff, I don't know. I used to write for BuzzFeed, and because I did, I used to get an insane amount of PR products. And something I used to get all the time was Bath and Body Works. And they used to send so much product. This was 6 years ago now. I am just now finishing my last shower gel. And it's Halloween themed. So I've been using for the entire year, or not the whole year, but as of recently, I've been using a Halloween themed body wash because it was my last one. So I don't think you need to get a very seasonal specific body wash or shampoo if you're not going to finish it in that season. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just a scent that you like and you would use as long as possible, but it just seems like another trendy thing to do. Like I don't think that this is where you should be spending your time trying to get the fall aesthetic. Let's watch the next video, which is technically the first Amazon haul video that I found. I'm gonna pause it right there. We do not need any more of those stupid remotes that turn things on. I'm so over these things. I can't tell you how many products I see in the store, and I get that they're trying to be more, maybe it's eco-friendly, because you know, some people don't think that candles are very eco-friendly. And it's just safer to have like a battery powered candle. But why does everything have to have a remote like that needs its own battery and you have to use it to turn on everything? It's driving me nuts. That was pretty, and it's something you could keep all year on, you know, as a nightlight, but the fact that she had to put her arms so close to it to turn it on makes me think that it's not a very good nightlight. Generic pumpkin decor. I mean, you could get this at the thrift store, honestly, and you can get a really nice quality one probably and have it for the rest of your life. I don't think you have to go to Amazon right now and buy these pumpkins. Those are very pretty, but you do not need glass coasters. If you're a mom, you definitely know why you don't need one, but if you're just like a clumsy person in general, don't get a glass coaster. That's just weird. I don't know what makes this napkin holder fall themed or like a fall essential. It's pretty. I don't think you need a napkin holder and napkins. Maybe it's just me. I just use paper towels or like a dish, like not a dish towel, but like a towel that you can use to dry dishes. You can also just use to dry your hands and things like that. I don't know. I like the idea of getting cushions, like cushion covers, instead of buying pillows over and over again, because cushion covers are easier to store and they'll probably last a little bit longer and they can kind of work with your space better. I think if you wanted to get ones for the season, that makes sense. And then you can just reuse it every year. So I don't think this is a terrible purchase. Do I think you need a floor mat in the kitchen that you're switching out every season? No. If you're really good at keeping them clean, I can understand maybe being able to store it afterwards, but I could just imagine it's just a lot of extra things to store every year. It just seems like a lot. The kitchen towels is fine. I mean, I have fall Halloween kitchen towels that I switch. Of course, I've had the same ones for a very long time, but I do have some. So I think if you wanted some, it's fine to get some. As long as it's like ones that you're like, okay, I'm going to use this forever. This painting is really pretty, but it's just another artwork. First of all, I don't even know if anything is real anymore. I'm convinced every kind of art you can buy now is just AI generated. There was a trend a long time ago where people were getting these paintings from the thrift store and painting little ghosts on it. I think that's a better use of your money and time and the environment in general to just reuse an old painting and do a little craft night, because then you can use that every year and switch it out, and or keep it up all year and have little ghosties in your house. But I don't think that you need to go out and specifically buy a painting with ghosts on it. And that's it for that one. Cute stuff, but a lot of it was just garbage. And here's the next one. I want to point out that when you see these fall hauls, these Amazon hauls, they are all affiliate links. People are trying to sell you things. This is never really genuine. Some people even return the products that they bought because they were just buying it for content. So keep that in mind when you're shopping online or you're looking at videos and you see people showing you what you need to be buying, because most of the times they don't even keep the products. This is a Bloom ad. I'm not against candles. I really love candles. If you like candles and you want to get seasonal ones, go for it. That one was pretty basic. There was nothing in there that really I thought was something you absolutely need. I guess maybe interesting to see. Again, we've got those flameless candles. The pumpkin at the end was very pretty. That's something that I could see being similar to like an heirloom, like, you know, a nice vintage antique lamp would probably be similar to that pumpkin if it's the same kind of quality. But again, with Amazon, you never know. Let's move on to the next video. Starting off strong, you do not need a seasonal cutting board. Cutting boards should just be one and done, in my opinion, or at least 3 and done. You know, you should have the ones that you use all year. I don't think you should store a cutting board, especially wood. Again, this is another one where I'm tempted to say it's pretty, yeah, sure, you can buy it, but also I'm like, do you really need an art piece with pumpkins unless like that's something you'd keep up all year? If it's something that you want to put up every single year and the quality seems good enough for you, then, you know, maybe it's fine, but again, could be AI generated art, who knows anymore. You do not need seasonal stem glasses. Another remote. You do not need this. She knows that those hand towels are hideous. Those are so ugly. I mean, you can't even see the pumpkin design, so it just looks like a bunch of little gold witch hats, honestly, is kind of what it looks like. I think it looks pretty bad. Again, I'm not against getting seasonal kitchen towels that you replace, you know, that you like to switch out. I'm not against getting candles, but if you don't need them, then don't get them. You know, if you still have the ones from last year, you should use those. Also, those pillar candles, they're cute, but I don't know. Are you really gonna have pillar candles and light them, or are they just there for decor? And if so, maybe they're okay because you won't, you know, they won't waste them, but I don't know. Pillar candles just seems like, I don't think anybody actually uses them. Okay, let's go to the next one. Another pumpkin cutting board that you do not need. Ghost serving dishes, not sure what they are. Again, you don't need them. This is another example of a painting that you could have made yourself. Just go to the thrift store, pick up an old antique landscape picture painting and draw little pumpkins on it, and you will save so much money, honestly. And it'll probably last longer than these cheap art prints that you're getting on Amazon. It's cute, it's aesthetic, but you know, some of the stuff is pretty useless and I don't think is necessary. If you're not using the cutting boards and they're just display, I don't know, maybe that's okay, but I think it's weird to have seasonal cutting boards. All right, let's look at the next video. This one was super quick. All right, I need to stop here because this picture here in the back, I'm gonna zoom in. If you look carefully, the brick on the ground outside the coffee shop makes no sense. And I think that is because it is an AI generated image. And if you look at the sign, that doesn't look like English or really any kind of human characters of any language. The only sign that makes sense is the book cafe, which I'm assuming is what it says, but it's cut off, so you can't really see. Everything else doesn't make any sense, which leads me to believe that that is an AI generated image that you now have up in your kitchen. So again, be mindful about what you're buying when it comes to paintings and art. With like AI now, it's just, there's a lot of slop out there and it's kind of embarrassing. Is that pecan? You don't need a pecan pie candle slice. You don't. You don't need to go out and buy a teacup set just to put up on your kitchen counter for the aesthetic. You don't need to have those little matchsticks just because they're aesthetic. I'm not against a candy jar, but I don't think you need to go out and buy a new candy jar just because it's fall. Cannot stand the noise of all of these materials scraping against the marble. It's really irking me. But another thing, you know, butter dishes. I don't think you need a seasonal butter dish. They're pretty. I mean, this one's a very pretty butter dish, but they're a pain in the butt to clean because butter is so, I don't want to use the word oily necessarily, but like the fats are very hard to clean. So, you know, I couldn't imagine wanting to clean to thoroughly switch out my butter dish for the pumpkin one. I just think it's silly. And this, honestly, this all feels very, it doesn't feel very genuine. The whole setup looks very staged. And I don't know, do you want your home to look staged or do you want it to look lived in? This is personally not my vibe when it comes to fall and Halloween. My vibe is much more old school, cheesy, tacky kind of vibe. So maybe I just have a different opinion on it, but I think that just because it is fall doesn't mean you need to like whip out your copper. I am not against a lamp in the kitchen, I will say. I have a candle warmer lamp that I actually never use to warm candles. I love the lamp because it gives off this really cozy vibe in the kitchen. So I am not against a lamp in the kitchen. Just saying. Love it. Whatever. I mean, it's a pretty home. It's a pretty kitchen. It feels a little curated, but if that's your vibe, that's your vibe. Just a lot of things that I don't think that you need. Well, let's move on to the next one. Do not buy books just to put them on the coffee table. There are so many books in the thrift stores that you can just go get if you really so desperately want a book on your coffee table that gives you a certain aesthetic. But if you're not actually going to read it and you're just putting it up because it matches your vibe, your current vibe, I think that maybe don't spend money on a coffee table book. Is that a bowl of pears? Don't buy a bowl of pears. Pretty stuff. A lot of it is just kind of just stuff. It's not, I don't know. It doesn't feel like things she bought because there was a need for them, or I don't know. It just feels very, it even says here, for a darker, cozier fall. So it's a very specific aesthetic, a very specific trend that she is trying to curate for people to shop for. And honestly, she probably doesn't even have these things up in her home right now. Let's move on to the last video. I'm not against fake floral because I have a cat who likes to eat all of my flowers and my plants, and they're almost all toxic to cats. So I'm not against having fake florals in your home. I am against buying them and then like buying new ones every single year. Like these last forever. I just got some last spring, these like tulips, because tulips are one of my favorite flowers, and I think I'll probably have that forever. They're like really well made and they just look so pretty. So why would I need to go buy more spring flowers next spring if I already have my tulips? Those flowers that you see right there behind me, I'm not joking you when I say I have had those flowers for like 15 years and they look great. They look fantastic. I mean, they're cheap. I got them at Home Goods, probably for like $4. I bet the price tag is still on the bottom. But I bought them when I was like a young adult who was just starting with her new apartment, and I've had no reason to get rid of them. They're pretty and they're still in great condition. So, you know, my aesthetic has changed a bunch throughout the years, and I still am like, they're cute flowers, so why not keep them? So I'm not against buying faux flowers. I cannot stress it enough that you absolutely do not need to buy vases. There's so many vases in thrift stores. I promise you, you don't need to spend any money on a brand new vase. Go to the thrift store and get a vase for $1 or $2 and you can have it forever. Please, I beg you. Even really pretty ones too. I am so over these remote controlled LED candles. This was an art print in another video, I'm pretty sure. This was the pumpkin patch one. Again, it's just like, this is another person with the same printed artwork. I don't know, it just feels very like, maybe you could have painted this. I don't know. A coffee table book. Call it home. The details that matter. Maybe this is a person who's very into interior design. I highly doubt it. I imagine this book was bought because it is brown and it fits the aesthetic of fall. I think I'm going to lose my mind because these pillows look awful. They look deflated and just like limp. I would be so disappointed if I ordered these and this is what I got. Again, not against pillowcases. If you buy some and then you reuse them year after year, I think that that's fine. If you want to just switch out your seasonal decor so that your home feels like it's refreshed every few months, I think that that's fine. But I don't think you need to buy pillowcases every single season unless you don't have them already. Does that make sense? Well, that is all of the Amazon fall must-have videos that I have found. I hope that when you watch this video, it makes you feel a little bit de-influenced just in the act of buying anything on Amazon. Remember that these people make a living off of selling you things. So they are not being genuine when they are showing you a video that is curated and has a very specific aesthetic. They're trying to sell things to you that make you want to be ambitious and have that lifestyle. Like you want to encapsulate that vibe. So you want to buy those things to get that vibe, but you don't need those things because if you want to get that vibe, go to the thrift store. Honestly, there's so much stuff at the thrift stores, all of them, that you could curate your own cozy home and reuse these products year after year and not have to buy another thing on Amazon. I don't think that they need your money. I don't think these influencers need your money. As somebody who was an influencer at one point and used to sell products to people, not like aggressively like this, I would never make must-have videos, but I would be like, oh yeah, I bought this, and if you want it, here's a link. I used to do videos like that, and now I can't even, people do ask me like, oh, where did you get this? Where did you get that? And I just send them a link of the product. I don't even create an affiliate link. You don't need to buy new things all the time. And if you feel like you do, just thrift your things, man. Or make it yourself, you know? Like one of those art pieces, bet you can make it yourself. Do some craft nights. Anyways, just to round up this video, I just wanted to say, you don't need to buy new stuff. Before you do, if you feel like you do, go to a thrift store, go to tag sales, go to vintage stores, go to antique stores, check those places out first. Check around your home. Maybe there's something that you can repurpose, repaint, that will just work even better now. Do all of that before you go to a retail store, before you go to Amazon, because you might be surprised that you'll find something even better than what you saw on somebody's TikTok. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment below if you agree or disagree with Amazon must-haves and what you have gotten recently for fall, because it's okay if you got some stuff. I got a garland. What are we gonna do? Sometimes we just want to buy things, and I get that. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and I will see you guys in the next video.